Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. Today we're going to do a breakdown on Winchester's XX 20 gauge load. This one is 3-inch, 1185 velocity, 1.25 ounce of number 5 shot. Yep, it is only 1.25 ounce, but guys, this is 20 gauge. That is definitely a turkey load for 20 gauge. And we have great speed here, 1185. Anything between, let's say, 1080 to 1220, that is right in the sweet spot for turkey loads. And this is right there. Great velocity, good payload in 20 gauge. And 5 shot, absolutely, that'll get the job done. Let's get you a better view of the box. Same thing as the front really, but the sides, if you want to read anything, pause it. Got some warnings there. Bottom of the box, more warnings. Again, same thing as the top and, well, side of the box. And here's the good stuff. So if you've seen our breakdowns on Winchester turkey loads before, we've done it in 12 and 10 gauge. Well, from what it looks like here, it's pretty much the same thing. So these should pattern really well. You got copper plated shot, Grex buffer, looks like the same thing as the long beard wads in the bigger gauges. Maybe some fiber cushion wad and powder. I think this is going to be a pretty solid load. What about you guys? We've never shot one of these. I've never broken one open. I don't know what they look like inside, but going off that right there, I'm pretty hopeful these are going to be a decent shell. But just looks like a regular 3-inch 20 gauge shell. This does have the burned in crimp sealant thing. I'm not really a fan of that. Makes the shells kind of hard to reload, but still, it's good to have, I guess. High brass, which is just brass plated steel. Winchester 209 primer, fairly standard. I'll be honest guys, I don't like the 20 gauges yellow. I actually hate it. That's what really turns me off a 20 gauge is the yellow hulls. I just think they're ugly, unappealing. Maybe I just don't like yellow, I don't know. That being said, I have these clear 20 gauge shells. They are 2 3/4 inch, but these are so much cooler to me. Everything in a clear hull is just cooler, especially in 20 gauge, because you almost never see them in anything but yellow. I have red ones, I have green ones, obviously clear. What's cool here, I just noticed this, the 2 3/4 inch shell is actually longer than the crimped 3-inch. That is because these are a full length 2 3/4 inch shell. The entire 2.75 inches. They aren't trimmed shorter or anything like that. These have a massive capacity. They have a low base wad. You can actually get some 3-inch loads in these 2 3/4 inch hulls, especially if you roll crimp. Love these things. They are just shit-out hulls, but branded Rottweil. But anyway, I'll be opening this up my usual way with a pair of needle nose pliers to pry the crimp up, and then opening it, flaring the crimp out with needle nose pliers to be able to pull the wad. And then we have our good old trusty scale here. This is a Fusion off Amazon. I think they're like 17 bucks. And guys, this does ounces, grams, grains, troy ounces, and something. Why won't this open? Something that I don't know. The DWT, I don't know what that is, but yeah, there that is. CT, I don't know what that is either. Grains, grams, ounces, troy ounces. This scale does it all. And it's cheap. It works great. A little bit sensitive though, especially when you're out here in the wind. You can see it bouncing back and forth right there. That is an issue outside, but inside, it's a great scale. Do not tempt me. This one was the worst looking shell in the box. If you can see it, the crimp is offset, a little bit off center. And it is, I know it's hard to see on camera, but it is lopsided a little bit this way. So that's why I've chosen that one. Again, I choose the worst looking shells in the box to open up. And guys, this right here is why I'm a huge fan of Winchester ammo. This, as you can see, is advertised at 1 1/4 ounces, and the entire payload, including the buffer, is actually more. This is 1.25 ounces of lead shot alone, and then the buffer adds the 0.023 of an ounce. Yeah, they give you an entire 1.25 ounce payload in that. Of lead, I should say. And then, additional buffer. That is awesome. They are not cheating you on shot at all. And as per usual with Winchester, their lead shot looks really good. All of it is pretty well round. The plating is nice. There's no bare spots. There's no dents in the pellets, no divots, nothing like that. And they have really good buffer. That Grex buffer is some good stuff. They used to sell it on the commercial market. I don't think they do anymore. But from what I've heard from a lot of people, that Grex buffer is some really good stuff. Yeah, that's some really good looking shot there. There might be one or two pellets that aren't 100% coated in the copper plating, but still, that is some nice shot right there. So, for a charge, we have 24.5, let's call it that, of whatever this may be. Once again, it looks like the same powder me and Josh use constantly, if you guys can see it. I'll get you a better view. Hold on. Here you go. Now, it's probably not that powder, but still, it just looks like it. If you know what we're talking about, leave it in the comments below. And this is a straight wall haul. What appears to be another one of Winchester's dry lock hauls, something they make themselves. Sorry for the out of focus. But low base wad, regular Winchester 209, pretty standard Winchester 20 gauge hole. Here's our gas seal. It is not symmetrical. Oh, it's orange. And yeah, I did have to pull it out with a screw. These Winchester gas seals are in there tight, which again is a really good thing. That prevents powder migration or gas blow by, any of that stuff. Having a really tight, well-fitting gas seal is a huge plus. Winchester really knows how to throw together a turkey load, guys. Next, we have a 1/4 inch felt wad. Once again, these things are hard as a rock. They have a little bit of give to them, but not much at all. And then our long beard style wad. Same thing that's in the 10 and 12s. Awesome wad right here. These things pattern great. This one is actually really stiff, like a lot more so than the 12 gauge wads. It actually reminds me of the 10 gauge wad, which was a lot more sturdy than the 12. Yeah, these aren't really a wad, they're more of a shot cup technically. A wad would have a gas seal on it and maybe some sort of cushion. But yeah, this is just a shot cup. So here it is put back together. I just pinched the crimp in with my fingers and then hit it with a got bin too. And we have a hole in it now from the burned in crimp thing. Well, I probably should have used my press to actually get a little bit more pre-crimp on it, and that would have helped close that up. But I did seal it with some clear fingernail polish. It is now sealed. The buffer can't come out. No shot can come out. That's a good thing. But unfortunately, we do have a hole in it. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about whenever I was mentioning the burned-in crimp sealant. It makes it hard to reload these holes because you always will have a hole in the middle of the crimp. You can trim it a little bit and help that, but still, it's not a good thing for reloaders. But again, I don't think Winchester really intends on you reloading these, so it is what it is. So there was Winchester's Double X 3-inch 20 gauge turkey load, 1.25 ounce 5-shot at 1185 FPS. Pretty cool round. I guarantee it patterned pretty well, especially inside 30 yards. I wouldn't personally take this load out past 30 because you are limited to 1.25 ounces of payload. But I guarantee you, inside that 30 yards, maybe even 35, these are absolutely capable through the right choke and gun combo. But that's going to end this one here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.